Shalom. Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. All right, and it's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And in transit lesson, we're pretty much gonna get, we don't care if you fall out, right? We don't care if you fall out because it shows that you was never one of his, man. It shows that you was never a follower, aka a true disciple of Yahweh Shai. You know, now give or take, there's some people that fall out and you might have been pretty cool with them, you know. You might have been pretty cool with the brother, you know, he had a cool spirit. It just, you know, wasn't, for whatever reason, it wasn't serving the Lord. Lord don't want them. You know, wasn't diligent enough or whatever it may be. So, you know, don't get me wrong. I mean, we still got our feelings we got to deal with. But overall, it's just like, to be honest, it's just like, hey, man, it is what it is. Like, yeah, you cool, but being cool is not going to get you saved, homeboy. You know, and you know, this lesson is just, you know, inspired by, you know, what the brother's been going into as far as this past dude that got kicked out. I think he was a head. Dang, I already forgot where it was at. I just heard it. Damn, it's like it. Yeah, he was a head of somewhere. You know, I know Elder Ariella from our camp went into it, as well as I was watching Elder Manatazaba. You know, I think his name was Aaron, some Irish dude, right? And he was pretty much a bug out, pretty much. You know, he was one of the dudes that was on the fringes or whatnot. And guess what? We don't care that you left. As it says in 1 John 2:19, you know, how it goes into, you know, if you was with us, I mean, if he was with us, he would no doubt stayed, but because he's not with us, you know, roughly paraphrasing, you can go look at it. You know, in 1 John chapter 2 and verse 19, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Because if you were of us, man, they will continue. Right? They will fight like we're fighting. They'll be working out their salvation with fear and trembling and everything. But because they're not, guess what? The Lord got rid of their asses. Because we understand that the Lord is the one that really took them out. Right? And then the Lord really shows us why. Be like, damn, look at what you was doing. You weren't doing this, you weren't doing that. I just heard that he wasn't checking in. He wasn't really around the brothers like that or whatnot. You know, the hell now. I think he made a video on talking about I used to be a head of a cult. I was a cult leader, some shit like that. I'm like, okay, nigga. Okay. Ooh, good job. You was a head of a cult. All right, and then what you finna do? Go join another cult? Because, man, cult, it just goes into worship. That's all it goes into. So you going into another cult now? Yahweh? Yeshua? There go your other cult. You going to become a leader of that one, too? Hey, good for you, man. Good for you. Enjoy it while it lasts, because your ass is going to get destroyed. I think in Hebrews it goes into, if I'm not mistaken, it should be in Hebrews, how it goes into, once you have been enlightened, guess what? You can't be enlightened again. Forgot where it's like you. But yeah, you cannot be enlightened once you have already been enlightened, because you had tasted it. You already tasted this good news and everything, and it wasn't enough, so you fell out. So what's the point of the Lord enlighten your ass again just for you to do the exact same thing again? You're not going to be enlightened. Because for the elect, it only takes one time to be enlightened by this word. That's all they do. It only takes one time, right? So with that being said, man, once you fall out, bro, you through. You're done. You're considered worse than the 2/3 cult leader, Aaron the Great, right? You know, and it's just like it's gonna be more and more people that's gonna being found out, being kicked out, man. And I'm not exempt. not going to sit here and act like I am. I'm not exempt from that. Hell, Lord can be like, you know what? I don't want you no more. And, hey, and I pray and hope, I pray and hope that don't happen. You know, as well as you, Akim, and a few sincere Aqua shit too. Pray that don't happen, man. You do not want to, at this time, you do not want to fall out the truth. You do not want to fall out the truth. It's not the best time, man. Take it serious, man. You know, pray, fast if you need to. Do whatever you got to do, man. Because, hey, we need this truth more than ever, man. Right? This is the safe place to be in. But, you know, the Lord, He has conditions. He has conditional love, as well as we do. We don't have unconditional. We have conditional love. So if you ain't doing what's required of you, whatever it may be, then guess what? The Lord's He can't use you. You want to be used, but the Lord can't use you. You're no good. And you're not praying to the Lord for Him to endow you with gifts so you can be used or anything. You're just being you, which is wicked. Because that's the only thing that comes out of this flesh anyway, is wickedness. So yeah, bro, we don't care if you fall out or you leave. Now we would rather you not. Right? We rather people not fall out and truly believe like we do. But if it happens, we understand, oh, okay, you're wicked. You're part of the Judas goats, man. You're part of them. Right? You're one of the ones that put up you sent up Yahweh Shai. That's the way we look at it. Like, oh, you fell out? Okay. So you one of them, huh? Like I said, man, you know, it might be some brothers that you was actually pretty cool with. You know, you talk to them, they seemed like they had a cool spirit. But the Lord like, no. And guess what? We got to live with that. It is what it is. We don't care. Because there's things that Lord see that we don't. So it's not like the Lord do it for no reason. You know? So we're not gonna feel bad for when you fall out, right? Just because it was too much for you or whatever the hell, man. You fell out because you ultimately don't believe. And if you don't believe, then we have no dealings with you, man. No matter who you are, right? No matter who you are, man. And that's just something that's gonna happen within this truth, man. We got scripture goes into how some people are crept in unawares. They're gonna get found out eventually. Whoever it may be, they're going to get found out eventually. Right? That's without a doubt. Yeah, and like I said, man, you know, just had to put this out here again. I'm not exempt. I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. I'm not exempt from none of that. Lord can find me out and be like, you know what, you're no good. Shit. Like I said, I hope for that not to happen, but I'm not exempt. Shit, I'm in this flesh too. I fuck up too. There's times when I'm fucking up more than I usually do. Might not make the smartest decision or whatever. Right? There's times when that happens, and you know, that's part of the fight. But you got some people, man, they really just don't give a damn. And when they're found out, man, more things come out on them. But okay, it makes sense why this person got kicked out. Because Lord usually always makes sense of why someone got kicked out, right? And he ain't got to if he really don't want to, right? Like I said, with this recent dude, Aaron, right? Aaron, the Irish plumber, and I was just playing. But him, yeah, he fell out, and it turns out you weren't checking in. He wasn't really in the circle like that, from what it sounds like. Like, I never even heard of the dude. I think I remember. It's Columbus, if I'm not mistaken. It's Columbus, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, just like, it's like, come on, man, like, he was already doing things. Hell, even when you read about Judas, right? He was a thief, and he was over all the money too, right? Man, you ain't gonna forget it. Can't forget about that account when that woman came, then washed Yahweh Shai feet with her hair with the expensive oil, and Judas was the one who was like, why are we using this when it could have been given to the poor? But he was saying that Not because he actually cared about the poor, but because he could have made money off of it. So it makes sense why Judas was the one to betray the Lord, because the whole time Judas, he wasn't right. And he was with Yahweh Shai. You mean to tell me you're with someone that's doing miracles? Hell, you're doing miracles yourself. And you still don't get right? Boy, it shows that it was the Lord that put the spirit on him. Put that demonic spirit on that man. Right? And that's exactly how it is with you other cats, man. Right? Claim to be in the truth, being found out. You hear to tell me, you get a taste of this gospel, man. You hear this good news, right? You get to be around these such beautiful brothers. And you still be like, oh, nah, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. And then go make a video instantly. Man, Yeshua, whatever the fuck you believe in, right? Left Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai names. Left them names already from the jump. Didn't believe for years. We got many Judases out here, man, and there's still more. There's still more within the camps, man. Right? So that's why it's important to, as my last letter, man, fear the Lord, bro. You can't go wrong with fearing the Lord. You just can't. Because you're gonna be doing what's asked of you. And if you truly love the Lord, man, you're gonna want to do it to the best of your ability. But yeah, man, that's all I really had to say, man. We just don't care about who fell out, because guess what? If you was one of us, you would have with no doubt stayed, but you didn't. You got kicked out because you wasn't right. Simple as that. Anyways, Lord willing, I was edified. I mean it all by saying Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Chodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yeshua.